house is not ready yet. So we took the family to South Florida, or not South Florida, kind of Tampa, Sarasota area. And so we're all set up remote. I've got a bunch of things ready for you and I'm just making sure we're on. Do you see us on anywhere? Hold on. I'm just making sure all the technology works because we have people connected from remote areas. It's going to be great. All right, here we go. Fantastico. And look, we're going to talk about Instagram today. So I want to give you some basic stuff on it. I want to introduce you to kind of a category expert by the name of Ashley Diana. And we have also kind of a case study with my friend Emily Vavra, who is a Instagram ninja. So I'm going to teach you some basic things. What you're going to find, and as we start off this, let me just start by saying, look, I know that what we're talking about here, the implementation of it, is going to be an ongoing process. You're not going to have everything implemented immediately. If there's ever a platform or a tactic or a tool that is subject to the idea of plan, do, review, 1,001% improvements, 1,000 decisions, little tweaks, little adjustments, it is social media. So we've started with Facebook with the idea of creating a brand, curating content, creating a profile picture that matches your passion, your brand, your best version of yourself, creating a cover photo that kind of leads people to be attracted to you, a bio that does the same. We've talked about curating content within your brand of whatever your passion is, curating content around it. So I hope you've started with that. I gave you a list of long things, whether it's articles and lives and stories and videos and audio and interviews and everything possible. I hope you've started down that road to be able to create interest and to let people know this is what you're into. This is what you're about. I hope by now you've started to engage with and create conversations using social media. Instagram is just a furtherance of that conversation in a slightly different stylistic platform, but complementary. I hope by now you've started the conversations with as many people as possible. I'm seeing posts inside of the GoPro Academy community that has
Hey guys, I'm Ashley Diana. I'm so happy to be here. We just got a message from Eric that said to go ahead and jump on because his intranet is frozen, I believe. Yes. So anyway, today I'm here to talk to you about Instagram because, as you know, Instagram is, I would say, the hot new thing, although it's been around for a little while. But we're going to talk about how to use Instagram so you don't wake up and feel frustrated. You wake up and feel excited and you know what to post on social media. Because the number one thing that I hear from people is that they go, it can be overwhelming. You know, you have Facebook, you have your team, you have your business, and then you have this Instagram thing. And you wake up and you say, what do I post? Who am I trying to talk to? What kind of picture am I going to post? What kind of caption? What am I supposed to do with this platform? As you know, it's very different from Facebook. So Instagram is amazing because it's a huge business tool to be able to use now to grow your empire and to grow your business. I came up with kind of a 3-part series to how to grow your Instagram. Are we good, Alex?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. the first thing is there's 3 things I'm going to share with you today. The first thing is the 3 different kinds of profiles you can show up as a network marketer on Instagram. So we're going to talk about those, and you can pick, and you may already be doing one of them, but choose which one's right for you on Instagram. And the second thing we're going to do is we are going to lay out your profile on Instagram so you wake up every day and know exactly what you're going to post, and you're not going to be confused, and you're not going to waste any time. We're going to go through exactly what your bio should say on Instagram, what you should post. And then the last thing I'm going to share with you are tips and tricks and hacks to utilize all of Instagram's features and to grow your team and to grow your business on Instagram. So I have behind these big, huge Post-its, 1, 2, and 3. And these are the 3 types of profiles that I have found are best for network marketers. I had coaching calls with probably 600 or 700 people inside one of my programs, and a lot of those people were network marketers. And what I found over and over again was that there were 3 types of profiles that really seemed to do the best and that seemed to work the best for people, depending on your personality and, how you want to show up on Instagram and what you're comfortable with. 3 different types of profiles that work best to grow your business. The great thing is all 3 of these work. You just got to pick which one works for you. And the great thing too is that you don't have to choose one and you're stuck with it forever. It's okay to evolve. I think one of the best things about Instagram, and one of the reasons that you're in network marketing, is there's not rules. There's not all these tons of rules. This gets to be your business. And this also is another part of your business. And allow Instagram and social media to be fun instead of being overwhelming and something that you dread and something that you don't look forward to. So today we're going to decide that Instagram gets to be a lot of fun, and that we get to have clarity, and that we get to grow we get to grow our business in a huge way using this free business tool. Okay. So the first 3 profiles. The first one, isn't that fun? I love that. Okay, the first profile is a product profile. And so I don't know if you can see all this, but I'm going to read it to you. So a product profile, and think about this, you've probably seen this before, a page where you share all the products. You don't really talk about the business. It's about product, education, and value. Now, this can work for anyone. I think that it works best for a company where you have a lot of products. So if you only have one product in your company, I think you can make anything work, but I think if you only have one, it may be a little more challenging to come up with a new post every day and a new picture, or how often you post per week, all the time. But this is wonderful if you have a lot of different products in your company, and maybe they're very beautiful and beautifully packaged, and there's a lot of education that goes along with those products. Having a beautiful profile on Instagram that focuses and highlights your products is a really great way to go. Now, with a product profile, you wouldn't talk about the business as much because it is a product profile. And you can see we have a green check mark next to product and a over business. So this is more about highlighting your product. So on a page like this, you would share, tons of value, educating people about your products, give people tips, maybe show videos on how-tos, how to actually use the products properly, and share stories. And I don't mean just Instagram stories, which yes, you definitely want to do that. But I mean stories of how the products have changed your life. Maybe you're highlighting your favorite product and talk about how you found that product, what it did for you, why you're passionate about sharing it, and that kind of thing. And another thing you could share on a profile like this is testimonials from people in your team that are raving fans of those products also. So again, this is your product profile. Someone that I think does a really great job with a product profile, there's tons, but the first one that comes to mind, and I don't know these people personally, but I do love their page. Her name's Casey Lee Essentials. Beautiful page, tons and tons and tons of posts of just her products. And there's very few pictures of herself and, her family on that page. I think Alex is pulling it up. So she just has a beautiful profile that really highlights all the products. It's an oil company, so of course there's tons and tons of products, so lots and lots to talk about. It's a really beautifully curated brand highlighting all the products. And if you open up her photo to read the caption, you'll find lots of valuable information. So I think that's really important, not just the picture, but there's lots of value. So a product page, you want to be sure that you have tons and tons of value there for people. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of pictures. The next page is lifestyle. So I feel lifestyle is a lot of fun. I mean, they're all a lot of fun. It just depends on which one works for you. So here in lifestyle, there's a little more flexibility. You can post about products and your business because your lifestyle is going to be a lot more personal. It's going to be about you and your experience, your family, or your relationships, and how you incorporate and use your products and the business and how these things have changed your life. So it is truly like a photo reel or a highlight reel of your lifestyle. So here you would talk about, your experience, like I said, with the products or the business. You can share your life, get a little vulnerable with people, let them know how this business and the products have really impacted your life. But also show like how you're having fun. Show how everything has impacted your life in a fun way so that people are like, what are they doing? I want a little piece of that. I want that to be like, I want a happy family like that. And I want the freedom and have that leisure lifestyle or whatever it is that you want to show, that whatever is true to you. This is the kind of thing like in a lifestyle page. But again, sharing lots of value and educating people about your products, about your life, your personal stories, and just giving people lots of value. One of the things that, well, I'll get to this in a minute. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I'll go ahead and say it because I've mentioned it a couple times. The number one thing that people want these days is value. No one wants to, everybody's so busy. Everybody has a million things going on and everybody, we don't have enough time. So if someone takes the time to come to your page and they've checked out your profile, let them open a post from you and give them value. Like, don't take their time for granted. You want them to go to your page and be like, wow, this was worth my time. I'm really happy that I came here because I learned something. A mentor told me one time, she said, if you can teach people something, they'll remember you. And I never forgot that because and she taught me something, right? She taught me a lot of other things. But that line, I was just like, you know what? That makes sense. So if you can teach people something, they'll remember you. They'll most likely follow you. And the next thing is they'll come back. They'll come back for more because you'll be in their mind because you were valuable to them and you didn't waste their time. So lifestyle, again, product and business, and share your amazing lifestyle and your family.
Before you leave, I want you to say hi to some people.
Okay. Okay. Hello. Oh, there's a lot of. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Danny. How are you? If you can teach someone something, they'll remember you. Yes. Hi, Emmanuel. Hi, Charmaine. Everyone's so nice. Thanks, guys. If you have any questions as we go along, please feel free to leave them. I'm happy if we have time to answer any of them for you. Number 3. Bam. May have to zoom in a little so we can see it. Okay. The third one is expert. Oh, let me go back for a minute. So I said Casey Lee Essentials is product. My page is more of an example of a lifestyle brand, just so you know, as a reference. Expert here, Emily Vavra. Miss Emily is a perfect example of an expert profile on Instagram. So I did want to give you just 3 examples. So an expert profile is someone who shares network marketing unapologetically and shares the business. Now, of course, Eric teaches and absolutely want to live and be unapologetic about what you do, no matter what kind of profile you have. But an expert profile is all about the business. So you definitely want to show up in a big way and be unapologetic about who you are and what you have to offer people. Now, on this type of profile, you wouldn't share the product as much because I was going to say girlfriend, but I know there's guys watching. So people, you're all about the business. You really want to share with people the power of network marketing. So this is a business type profile. And I don't mean a business profile as far as what your profile is flagged as. This is just you show up like and share the business on your profile. So here you would really powerfully share your why. Why are you in this business? What did it do for you? Share success stories of people on your team, and personal development. This is all about sharing personal development. And again, Emily Vavra, of course, is a perfect example of that. And there's many others, but those are just 3 examples across the board for today. Now, when I say you don't post the product, and in lifestyle, you can post both, and in product, you don't share the business, I don't mean don't dare ever share it. I just mean that as a general rule, to keep you focused, this is like what you share if you choose this kind of profile. And choose which one's best for you. Choose which one you can actually show up as. And one other thing, for an expert profile, if you're going to show up and share the business and share network marketing and share your wins and your team's wins, I would recommend that if you want to go that direction, once you've at least hit the core rank of your company, because you really want to feel congruent with who you are and who you're showing up as online. So if you just started, and again, we can evolve into this if you want. Absolutely. I think the more people that show up as an expert on Instagram like this, the better for network marketing. But if you just started, you may want to evolve into this because you don't have all the success stories yet personally, but you're going to get there. Once you've hit the core rank, you have some leverage under you. You have some positioning with people on your team. So you're in a good place. Like, go ahead. You're on a roll. You're on the way there. And you're doing awesome. So go ahead and show up as an expert if you've already hit the core rank. Now, I have to say, like I mentioned, that it's okay to evolve. So if you start and you're rocking and rolling, and eventually you want to move into lifestyle expert, perfect. I think life is all about evolving. Instagram is all about evolving. You're not stuck. And that's the great thing. You're not stuck in anything that you do. And there's no rules. The reason I created this kind of outline for you, this is the first part of the outline, then we're going to go into the second part. The reason I created this because I just want you to have clarity. It doesn't matter if you're just getting started on Instagram or if you've been doing it for years. I even go back to the drawing board because I can have a million things in my brain and I wake up and I go, wait, what am I going to post? And it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. It happens to everyone. It happens to the best of us. So this is just a nice outline so you feel really clear and you feel empowered when you wake up so you know what to post. Yep, perfect.
There you are.
Am I back? I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oops.
You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, we got you.
Yes.
All right, cool. I will tell you a couple things. First of all, I apologize. We're literally on an island here, and the internet went completely out, and it came back, thank goodness, and you were there to pick up the ball, Ashley. Diana, thank you for offering up that. I want to talk about these things, first of all. If you could pull back out and I could see the 3 categories again. Mm-hmm. First, for the product category, I love the idea of a product style page. Make sure that whatever you do with stories and testimonials, that you're staying compliant in all the value and the tips and everything else. Make sure that you're not overstating your product or what it will do for people in a way that is a regulatory challenge. Second, for lifestyle, I like the lifestyle side of things, your experience stories, life value, education, product, and business. Third is the expert category. I like your recommendation that people should get some success under their belt or curate success within their company to be able to pull from other people's stories and personal development and multiple people's why and really talk about that. I would add a 4th category, which is what we've been talking about for the past. Don't worry about writing it down. It's okay. And the 4th category is this, what we've been talking about with Facebook, your brand. I mean, if you're into goat yoga, create a goat yoga Instagram page and curate content on Instagram, same way you do on Facebook. If you're into cupcakes, or if you're into travel on a budget, or if you're into the Minnesota Vikings, whatever it is that you're into, use that to curate content. It's just a different platform, a little more visual, but it's another way to reach people in a way that they're living now. They're scrolling through, and you need to find a way to stay interesting, find a way to naturally attract your audience. If you're really into goat yoga, people who are into goat yoga are going to follow, or they're going to refer this to a friend that's also into it, and you're going to be able to do that. So one of these 4, I think, is where you need to go. I want to ask you a couple questions, Ashley, before you.
Yes. You
have some additional tips, right?
Yes, and I can make it quick.
No, you can make it as fast as you want. But my recommendation to people, and tell me if I'm right on this, is to follow the same number of people that you normally would follow and connect with on Facebook. I recommend on Facebook no more than 10 a day. Find people who are into your world and friend them up, connect with, follow 5 to 10 people a day. Is that a good rule of thumb?
Absolutely. I think you could follow more if you'd like to, depending. I mean, look through targeted hashtags. So hashtags that would line up with you and your company and your values, and you're really your target customer. Who is the kind of person you want to work with, like you said, and look for those hashtags people are using. You can also search your name on Instagram now. Your bio is searchable. You can search that to find people. But definitely,
you could put in hashtag goat yoga and find everybody you need to find.
You can find lots of goat yoga friends on Instagram.
Hashtag mushroom hunting. Hashtag,
absolutely.
Cupcakes. Hashtag best pizza or whatever.
You can also follow hashtags now, which is really cool. So if someone using this hashtag is definitely the kind of person that I would like to connect with, you can follow that hashtag. So you'll see everything that comes up.
So, and the second thing I would say is there are people on Instagram that are quote unquote influencers within your brand, whatever that is. If you're, goat yoga again, you can find the people with the biggest goat yoga following and try to bring value to those people as best as possible. If you find the biggest Minnesota Vikings people, influencers on Instagram, go bring value to those people in posting and sharing and liking and commenting, all of those different types of things.
Absolutely.
Is that a strategy that you recommend?
Absolutely. And the thing that is true across the board, even people that have hundreds of thousands and 1 million followers, they know who their biggest fans are. Some people think, people don't see my comments. They do if you're leaving valuable comments. Like if you're not just saying, cute shirt, like your hair, yum.
Right.
Like if you're actually saying, leave 2 or 3 sentences and read their caption. If you're actually taking the time to do that, believe me, it will pay off. I mean, everyone knows who their favorite people are.
Right.
So yeah, absolutely do that.
So you search some hashtags or play around with some hashtags around your brand, around your category, around your interests, and find the most influential people around those hashtags and bring value to them.
Yes.
Next thing is direct messaging on Instagram. How valuable is that in order to be able to build relationship?
It's monumental. It's huge. So with direct messages now, there's a couple things. Well, there's a few things. One of the things that you can send voice messages, which is automatic connection with someone. And I know that sometimes people send direct messages, like a cold direct message to someone, and maybe they won't open it or they see it and they don't respond. If you send a voice message to someone, they're not going to be able to help but open it. Everyone wants to know, what did they say? I mean, what are they saying to me? So, and it just hotwires connection with people. Like when you hear someone's voice, whether it's through a live or through a DM, they're just more connected to you, and they hear and feel that you're a real person. They can hear your passion and understand that you care. So Yes, not only just direct message, but next level direct message is sending voice messages and complimenting the person, maybe asking them a question at the end of it so they have to respond to you because you know they're going to listen to it. So that's the first thing.
And creating more conversation with them, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing. How important are stories on Instagram? And how often should somebody post?
I think stories are the easiest thing to do on Instagram because you have no excuses not to do an Instagram story. You don't have to take the time to edit. You don't have to take the time for photography or caption. Just show up. And more, people want to see the real you. They want to see you waking up with your robe on, walking through the house, drinking a cup of coffee. They want to see the real you. And it gives people a way to start a conversation with you. They can just send, you know, they can connect with you and they see that you're just like them. That's what people want. They want to go, oh my God, I love him because he's just like me. I gotta send him a message. He's just like me. So yes, do it every single day. Even if you can't post every single day, you can jump on Instagram stories for a second and connect with people, show people something, talk about something.
Yeah, the interesting thing about Instagram is the visual side of it, kind of the front end of it, is kind of this lifestyles of the rich and famous type of thing. It's everybody's beautiful and glamorous and all the photos are amazing. If you look at these influencers on Instagram, it's just all, you know, spectacular, right? But then the stories are the nitty gritty kind of, you know, the real person. So you show the glamorous person. You know, it's like I remember I was in the Wynn Hotel and Garth Brooks was performing at the Wynn, and they had a poster of Garth Brooks in the elevator that he hasn't looked like that in 25 years. It was like
I love Garth.
It was like the skinniest, most photoshopped, crazy. It's totally like an Instagram photo. But then when you meet Garth, he's got his baseball cap on backwards. You know, he's got a fatter face than I do. You know, he's got a total dad body, and you know what I mean. But that creates trust, that personal touch. You know, you have that front end, which is, oh, I want to go see Garth. But man, he's looking good. And you go see him in real life. It's like, well, he's authentic, but he doesn't look like he looked in that poster. So there's a little bit of that goes on inside Instagram. I'm a huge fan of curating content regularly, posting content regularly. How important is consistency, and how often should somebody post?
Consistency is super important. I would say don't overcommit yourself. So if you know that you can't post every single day, don't commit to trying to post every single day. Now, I do think you should post at least every 3 days, something valuable. And I do.
Do you think you can get traction every 3 days?
I think at the minimum, you have to at least post every 3 days.
I think you got to go post something every day if you want to grow a following. Don't you?
I mean, yes, if you can post good stuff and quality content.
I'm talking about curate content. You know, go search your hashtags, go find all your different areas and have your interviews, have your links, have your photos, have your stories, have your testimonials, have your value. You know, there's 15 categories of how you can provide value. It doesn't all have to be you doing fish face into the camera. You know, it's about, like you said, bringing value. But I've really, Facebook and Instagram both, I haven't seen anybody other than a movie star build a following without posting once a day. I think you can.
I think you can absolutely still grow. I do. Yes, I do. And I know because I don't post every single day. And I at least post every few days at the minimum. Now, I often will post every single day, but sometimes if I do at least if I have a lot going on, then 3 days. But it's not going to be just a selfie like Happy Saturday. It's going to be every third day. If that's at least as I can get in right now, it's going to be powerful. It's going to make an impact. It's going to be valuable, and it's going to get people talking. So it isn't just something. And I know you're saying curating content, but even so, I still think you can build a really great following if it's not every single day. But if you want to be on the top of your game, yes, do it every single day and curate it.
Now I'm losing internet on you. I don't know if it's on your side or my side. Alex, what are you seeing on your side?
Let me take it down and pull it back up. Hang on.
All right. Well, while they get connected, here's the deal. Some assignments for you, right? You're going to be picking one of these categories, the product or the expert or whatever, the lifestyle, or curating content. Are you back? You're still a little fuzzy, no?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm just fuzzy.
I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Okay.
Are you there? Are you there?
I'm here.
All right, cool. Yeah, you're really fuzzy. It's like
shoot.
The connection's funky. Maybe it'll clear up here. Here's what I want you to do quickly. Give your extra tips, and I'll get out of your way.
Okay. Can I erase and write them on the whiteboard real quick, or do something?
Yeah, of course.
Shout them
Of
out?
course. Go ahead.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm erasing all this, everyone. So go back and take a picture of it if you need to. Okay. So we are going to talk about real quickly, I know we have more people to talk to, about your actual Instagram profile.
Hey, before you do that, Ashley.
Yes.
Your internet's still funky. Let's see if we can bring on Emily first, and see if your internet cleans up between now and then, and we'll have you come back.
Perfect.
Can we do that, Alex? Thanks for everybody.
Hey,
what's up, woman?
just working away.
Well, that's cool. Well, thanks for jumping on. I enjoyed our conversation yesterday.
Absolutely.
This is my rock star friend, Emily Vavra, who I constantly mispronounce her name as Vavra. And I constantly catch myself because she constantly is so gracious about it. But anyway, Vavra is just so regal. And
right.
And Vavra is so Minnesota, but you know what I mean?
Vavra.
Vavra. Yeah.
You got it.
Hello. Hello. Anyway, Emily is my dear friend. She's $1 million earner in this profession. She is an influencer in network marketing. She has cracked the code on social media. She utilizes Instagram and she utilizes Facebook on a very professional level. How many people do you feel like you've sponsored personally utilizing either Instagram or Facebook in your career? Any guesses?
I would say probably around 400, 450.
450? How many of those do you think have come from Instagram versus Facebook?
Well, I really started in my career Facebook, and then the last 2 years focused more on Instagram. So I would say now like probably 80 to 100 on Instagram for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the ratio now in a given month? How many will come in on Instagram versus Facebook?
Ooh, now it's 80% Instagram.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, look, I just, you as a case study, some people will look at you and say, well, she's beautiful. She lives in Santa Monica. She's this movie star. She has all the success. Well, that's why she's bringing in all these people. Address this for the average person. I don't know if you were listening earlier when we were talking about different things, the different kinds of profiles that you can put up on Instagram and the different styles. I'm a big fan of picking something that you're passionate about, curating content around that, and then building conversation, creating curiosity, building conversation. You do a little bit more of a lifestyle / expert type.
Yeah.
And driving curiosity and people wanting to connect with you and do business with you. What advice do you have for people? And how do you expect them, or how do you see that profile picture? The profile picture there is excellent. They're scrolling through, showing some of your posts, network marketing and wellness and all this stuff. How do you utilize this, and what advice do you have? How can you train this group on specifically how they can maximize this experience?
Yeah, no, I love it. Well, first of all, just know that social media is an evolutionary process. I mean, you're going to constantly evolve as you go on with your career, but I would say act as if. And this is what I did in the beginning. You guys, I had 900 Facebook friends. I didn't go to college. I went straight into the workforce after high school. So, when I found network marketing, I was like, oh my gosh, how do I do this? How am I going to attract people? And I just started to act as if I was a top money earner. What do they do? How do they carry themselves? What do they say? Okay, if I'm going to be a professional in network marketing, I should know a thing or two about it and be, act as if I'm a professional in network marketing already. So I would talk about network marketing and have posture around it. With my company being a health company, obviously I'm distributing health products. So I want to, act as if I'm an expert in that field as well. And so that's all I've really done, Eric, is act as if, and eventually it comes to pass, right? I just put it out there to the universe and I start attracting people. I raise my standards. Eventually the people around you are going to, you're going to be attracting people that also are of the same like-mindedness, right? So that's constantly what I'm doing, is acting as if, and then it's just built over time with massive consistency. Oh my gosh, if you look back, I mean, there was no comments, no likes, hardly any interaction, but I'm doing very similar things with attraction marketing today as I did back then, even to get new customers, to, attract business partnerships. But it's just this law of consistency over time and adding a ton of value.
So tell me step by step. A person here is just starting. They want to add Instagram to their approach, to put another line in the water and have a chance to be able to build conversation with people. Step by step, how do they do it? They haven't done anything with it. How do they do it?
Yeah, I would say identify what it is you're going to talk about, what you're going to be about, what's your brand standards. For me, it's health, network marketing, creating wealth, leadership, all things style, lifestyle. That's just my jam. Faith, I talk about faith a lot too. And I also have this hashtag real talk. I'll say things that people are like, did she really just say that? Yeah, I just said that. So I'm kind of known for a few different things. What are you known for? And that has to be true to you. Otherwise, it's going to be super inauthentic. It's going to feel forced, whatever. And you just roll on those things, right? So, whether it's, makeup, maybe it's makeup, maybe you're into fashion, maybe you're into leadership. Those are going to be the things that you're constantly talking about. So people follow you and they kind of know what to expect, right? You're going to start to attract people that are looking for help with makeup. They're looking for fashion inspiration. They need to know how to be a leader. They want to create wealth, whatever. You're going to start attracting people that are looking, which eventually is, your tribe, your following. And then I would say, from there, not every day, but a lot, add in your product or your service. So it's a part of my lifestyle. In my Insta stories, people, they see what I take post-workout. They see, how I live my life. They see me do my workouts. They see me do meetings and how I'm helping people. They see when I have opportunity calls. So eventually, what happens is I let them into my life. I educate them. I give them so much value. And every now and again, like every other week, I let them know.
Is she back? Or am I back? It must be me.
Okay.
Hold on. Hey, you're back.
I was just talking forever.
No. So every couple weeks,
every couple weeks, I basically will add in, okay, tonight I'm doing an opportunity meeting. And I let people know, and it's more of a direct approach. You've been following me for a while. You may want to know what products I take or the business that I run. Tonight's your night kind of thing. But I don't do this all the time. I do it every couple weeks because it'd be really annoying if I did it all the time. And tonight I'm doing it. I'm getting flooded with messages, right? So that has been a great way for me. I also teach my whole organization to do the same thing.
So tell me specifically what you teach them.
I teach them to take people on a journey with them, right? So for me, it's like I have a lot of people on a body transformation, a health journey. So take people on the journey, let them know every day what you do, what you consume, and not just from our products, but in general. So you're letting them know your workouts, you're letting them know your vision, what you're building. Something that I find for all the people that I have that are actually growing really fast, letting people know what we do as network marketers. We're at the coffee shop doing a one-on-one meeting. We're doing, an in-home presentation. Yes, we still do that to build community. We're going to events, right? Like, take people on that journey and let them know what you're doing, right? So I really teach people to do that every single day. Obviously add value as much as possible. And then, when the time comes, when there's a campaign that we have, which we have one coming up for spring, getting our bodies ready for the summer, you hit them with the campaign, you let them know, okay, this is, you've got a week to join. Right now we're hard pressing for 2 weeks. We've got a 2-week window to really advertise what we're doing and really press it. We tie in Facebook Lives around it. And then add in the opportunity meeting every couple of weeks to get people signed up. And then again, just continue on the journey. So constantly that's our approach is we just want to take people on the journey with us. And, a lot of people don't know that they're invited to the party. A lot of people don't understand that they could do what you do. Some people make it look so elusive and so whimsical that they have no clue that they could join you on your journey. They have no clue. So I really try to make that evident.
So when you do this and through your whole process, at the beginning, I'm guessing you were reaching out to more people than were reaching out to you. Is that true?
100%. Yes.
So how were you reaching out to people in the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Were you just connecting with people who were interesting to you and just starting conversation and say hello and see what happened?
Make my list. I still have my list. Okay. No, I made my list and I would reach out to people and connect. I thought of you because, I've been using that forever. Hey,
so talk to me more about I thought of you because.
Yeah, one of my top income earners, I reached out to her. And this was after I was a millionaire, you guys. I reached out to her. I started a new 90-day game plan that Eric taught me. And I reached out to her. I was going to recruit 20 people in 30 days, bring in my new class. And I reached out and I saw she was working out all the time. And I said, hey, you look amazing. I see you're working out all the time, prepping your food. I have an easier solution. I think you would be so good at it. Would you meet me for coffee? And she said, absolutely. And, we met up. This was a massage client from when I was 20 years old. Okay. We met up and I presented the plan and now she's a 6-figure earner on my team. So that
I love that. I thought of you because.
Yeah. I'm using it constantly. Even a friend of mine that I met here in Santa Monica, I reached out to him. He owns a company that he creates fitness equipment worldwide. And I met him at the restaurant and I said, hey, I was thinking of you knowing that we have similar passions and interests. I was wondering if I could take you to coffee and explain more what I do as I feel like we could benefit each other.
How do you do that without guys feeling like it's a date?
I keep it so business. Coffee. Yeah. No dinner, business.
How many are showing up for coffee with a rose? Saying, yeah, I'll have coffee with you.
Yeah. No, I make it so clear that like we're here to talk business. That's funny. Okay.
All right. So I also like the idea. I thought of you because it's great. I like the kind of discounted. This is totally out of the blue. This might not be a fit. I have this crazy idea. I have this intuition about you, and if you know if it's not a fit, then just let me know. No big deal. But you know what I mean. Just once you build a little bit of a relationship. Now today, with your consistency, people reach out to you.
Yeah. Which is
so do you tell them every couple weeks, hey, if you have an interest, if you want to chat, DM me, or what do you do?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said yesterday. Let me know if you've been watching me for a while. I'm going to do an overview call tonight. I would love to educate you. If you're at all interested, if you are even just curious, let me know. And that's what I say. And then they send me DMs. Or even I'll have some days where people just message me and they say, what do you do for a living? Like I'll showcase me working with someone and I'll say, hey, this is a single mom. She's on my team. This is what she's done so far. I'm very proud of her. And I'll just say that. And then I'll get people reaching out saying, hey, could you help me as well? So the number one thing people need to do is like show that you're helping people and describe those people and how you've helped them. The stories sell hands down. I'll get more interest doing that than me driving my Bentley. You know what I mean? Like, people really, they want to see you helping others. And then they're like, oh, maybe he or she could help me as well.
Alex, throw up Emily's Instagram profile so I can see it and she can see it too. And Emily, what I'd like to do is just kind of scroll through this and you tell me which posts killed it. And which ones didn't. I'm just be interested. Start at the top. Start at the very top. Alex, go all the way there. There we go. So there we have at the top. Just tell me if any of these killed it.
I mean, a lot of them did.
I know. Well, any of them stand out?
Yeah. I mean, the one I posted the other day in the little checkered outfit, I mean, vulnerability. I'm letting people know, like, this is what I'm focused on right now. I really try to share my heart with people.
Your current vibe. Yeah, here's your current vibe. Doing me, working on my relationship with God, empire building, restoring myself, early bedtime, cleanse, deepening relationships that are real, lots of water, hot yoga, working hard, dancing a lot, saying no to people, bubble baths.
Yeah.
And people related to that. And now I got to ask you, do you do your photos with a timer?
No,
or is somebody come help you do them?
Yeah. So like that one in particular, a friend here who's a photographer, we had to shoot a new product video for my company. So we shot that. We did a production day, hair, makeup.
So you change outfits and just take as many shots as you can.
Just bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Like I have everything ready and we just nail it. And we did a whole day, and now I have a Dropbox of so many photos. It's unbelievable. So and
it's not like, you're not paying a bunch of money. It's just a friend with a camera.
Yeah, it's very inexpensive. Oh my God.
So scroll through and tell me some others that stood out.
This one where I'm holding my product. I got, I'm talking about my product and
where you're holding the shaker cup.
Yep. That one got a lot of business, like actually people, inquiring about it. That was more direct. I won't be that direct all the time. Like that was like, but
getting ready that stubborn visceral fat.
Yeah. I mean, it was straight up like in your face, but that one got me quite a few signups.
Okay.
And interest. Now I have to follow up with a lot of them.
Do you have to have abs like that for it to work?
No. And I didn't used to be as fit. So like, trust me. No, you don't.
Okay. All right. Next, scroll through again.
What else got interest? In some of these, obviously I'm on stage a lot. So like, I'll have people just take my photo. And here's the thing, you got to just ask people to take your picture. Like some of these, I was just in the UK, and my business partners took these for me, and I took some of them, and we literally had a meeting, and then we took photos of each other.
Right.
You know, that's just what we do.
Right.
Some of them are on a timer. Some of them are selfies. Some of them are just out and about. But my stories is where I'll more so, show people
the real self behind the scenes.
My team, all that.
So tell me how you use stories.
Stories, again, I'm showcasing my day to day. Like if you follow me, you know that I did 2 hours of yoga yesterday. And I just went on a rant talking about leveling up, like hanging out with people that are going to force you to level up. And that was just I say whatever's on my mind. I really don't care. Like, that's the thing. I don't care. No matter what, you're going to offend somebody. So I just, I go about my day. I showcase calls I do, people I'm working with. I describe, what I'm getting ready for. I show people, like I show when I go to church. I show when I go to Nobu. I show in Malibu. I show the lifestyle. I show it all. I mean, I really, really do.
So you're fancy Emily on your Instagram wall, on your feed, and you're raw and real Emily on your stories.
Right. Like I have no makeup on. Like sometimes I do. Like I really just don't. I don't care.
What do you think attracts more people? The glamour or the authenticity?
Authenticity, for sure. But there is certain people that are really attracted to the glam as well.
Yeah.
I think you got to show everything.
You become a little aspirational.
Right.
Like, oh my gosh, I wish I had that outfit. Oh my gosh, I wish I had that life.
Yeah.
Is it easier to do in Santa Monica than Minnesota?
So much easier. However, I built $1 million a year in Minnesota. So
right.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot easier here.
Okay. What other tips do you have for people? Should they just start and figure it out?
Yeah. I mean, you got to just listen. Like, listen. I know this sounds so cliche, but like, figure out what excites you and what is your niche and what's going to, because here's the thing, you got to do this a lot and you got to do it consistently, right? That's the only way it's going to work with anything. And so you got to figure out like what is going to be true to you and who are you, first of all. The more I get to know me, the better my social media gets, honestly. Mm-hmm. Like, so figure that out and just roll with it. Start posting stuff. And, chances are if you're like, oh God, should I post this? You should, in terms of like, if it's something a little bit more bold, vulnerable, whatever, that's what people want.
But you stay away from politics. And you're not crude. But you're direct.
I'm direct.
You share your opinions. Yeah,
people. Gone are the days of like the fluffy stuff. That stuff used to work. I don't know, 5-8 years ago. People are kind of bored. I find things that are a little bit more edgy, a little bit more straightforward. I just find that is what people are looking for right now in this busy social media world. And, I was with a friend who's a TV personality, and she was filming for her app before she was going on Good Morning America. And she was saying, Emily, you just want to be on the other end of it. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, you want to be creating, not consuming. And she's like, that's where you win. And you want to stay with, with what you're supposed to give to the world. You want to stay. I
love that, creating, not consuming, because so many people get on social media and they just consume, and they're not creating.
Yeah. She's like, as long as we're on this end of it, we're going to win. And make the most impact. And I was like, done and done. I totally get it. Because I feel drained if I'm on there too much.
What do you say for people like, oh my God, I don't want to sit on social media all the time. This is just like, oh, what a big waste of time. What a big popularity contest. You know, I feel like I'm in high school again. What do you say to those people? I mean, I will tell you what I said to a group of people in Europe, a whole company, $2 billion a year company that up until now has not used social media at all and preached against it. Thought it was stupid.
Wow.
And here's what I said to them. I said, you don't have to do it. It's just free money though. It's free money. It's just laying there, free money. You don't have to like it, but if you don't do it, you're losing money.
Right.
So what do you say to people that, oh my gosh, do I have to sit on social media all the time? Part of the answer, I think, is create, don't consume.
Right.
I think that's so great. What's your answer to somebody if they say that to you and you're sitting at coffee and they're saying, oh my God, the social media, come on.
I mean, I would ask people, like, do you want to make an impact? Mm-hmm. And do you really want to make an impact? Because if you do, you have to be seen. How bad do you want to make an impact? I mean, first ask yourself that question. I want to make an impact. I live to make an impact. So I know I have to be on social media. Do I feel like it every day? No. I want to run away. But I want to make an impact. I want to change people's lives. So at the end of the day, it's all about other people. It's like, get over yourself. Get over yourself. There's times where I'm like, I don't know if I should say this. And I'm like, would it help someone? Abso-freaking-lutely. So I get over myself and I get on it and I do the deal and I show people that I go on anyway, even when I don't feel like it. So I'd say that first and foremost. And secondly, you should not be on social media all day. I have not hardly been on there at all today. I've done my stories, but I haven't consumed anything because I've been on three-way calls. I've been on calls since this morning. So eventually I will get on in a couple hours and I'll answer messages and I'll go love on some posts real quick and post in my private groups. But then I'll get off again and I'll go back to talking to my team and talking to leadership and doing what I need to do today. So I'm not wasting time. So I think I see some people that live on there all day. They're
consuming.
Yeah, they're the first one.
They're addicted to it.
They're the first one, and I'm like, and they're on my team, and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, literally, are you on here 24/7? And that's when your life. That's when you're gonna feel like this sucks when you're on there all the time.
You know what's so cool? It's like people who know me know I'm a very undisciplined person generally, and they cannot believe that I've been as consistent as I've been for 10 years, putting out as much content as I've put out. But you know what caused me to do it? Number one, if somebody tells me to do it, I don't want to do it. But if it's my idea, I'm okay. That's number one. Number two is the impact thing.
Yeah,
the impact.
You are a man of impact.
Having the ability to have an impact on people that you may never meet, but you'll be friends with.
Yeah. I
mean, people inside of even GoPro Academy. I hope I meet them all,
right?
But chances are I'm not going to meet them all, but we'll still be friends.
Right.
We'll still be connected. We'll still be part of each other's story, So the impact thing really does drive me, and I know it drives you.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go back to Ashley Diana in just a moment, but give people your last word. What's your piece of advice? What's your encouragement for them? This group, I mean, the majority of people inside of this community end up watching these weekly training sessions on replay. But for the live people and also for the replay people, what piece of advice do you have for them? You're speaking from the mountaintop. You're the oracle at the top of the mountain, calling down to the people just loading up their backpack and starting the journey. What do you have to say to them?
Yeah, I would say keep the main thing the main thing. This is what I see when I talk to all distributors across the board. Everyone is so overwhelmed and they think there's this magic thing that people on top have that they don't have, and there's this mystery and whatever. I'm going to tell you right now, like, keep the main thing the main thing. Who are you talking to about your product, service, opportunity? Like, how many people today are you talking to? How many meetings do you have? I mean, I can look back to every jump we've ever had in our business, and it's because I myself have gone out and recruited people. I have done meetings. I have set people up. I have identified, leadership, worked with the leadership. And so that is what you need to focus on. Like, how many meetings have you had this week? How many meetings have you had this week, whether it be on a Zoom call, a one-on-one? You got to keep the main thing the main thing. If there's no meetings happening, then there's no business, right? And no matter what level you get to, I mean, I'm blessed to be on top of our company, but the thing is, I'm still doing meetings. I have a sign-up call this afternoon. I'm bringing people in. I'm bringing them to the event because people watch what you do and not what you say. I'm going to have an event here coming up where I'll have new leadership sit next to me, and all my team sees who's that person and who's that person. And I don't stop doing the main thing, right? And so that's the thing you need to worry about. And when you're in action, guys, you're gonna be able to produce more content because you're congruent. You have things going on. You have things to talk about because you're in action. When you feel stale, it's like you're probably not in action. So that's when you don't know what to talk about on social media. It's very evident to me who's building and who's not, who's in the trenches and who's not, even by what you're posting on social media, right? So I'd say that obviously always keep personal development at the forefront, 10 pages a day. The podcast, whatever, don't consume too much, but just enough that's going to get you what you need to keep you in the game, to keep you going, keep you in flow. But that's what I would say, like, get in action, do a meeting. That's how you learn. That's how you become world class, is by the meeting. So I do the meeting and then I assess. That's what I used to do in the beginning. I would do all my meetings in Minnesota. I'd park far away. I don't want people to see my car, right? I'd get in the car and I'd assess. I talked too much. I didn't show the comp plan. Oh my gosh. Why?
Do you know when we met the first time? At the Embassy Suites in Bloomington.
Oh gosh.
In 2013.
Yes. Yeah.
6 years ago. This platinum blonde on the other side of the lobby while I was meeting with Kathy, your owner, and I just given her a copy of GoPro, which had not come out yet. So anyway, just fascinating. You come a long way, sister. You were a rising star back then, but
thank you. No, and every single person that wants the business gets GoPro.
Yeah,
it sits on their desks. Like, that's just how it goes.
I love the thing that I got out of this today is create, don't consume.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Create activity. Don't just sit there and have somebody else do it. Create action instead of just being a participant. Be on the field, not in the stands.
That's right.
Yeah. Do the deal. All right, listen, you're amazing. You're awesome. For those of you in GoPro Academy, show your love in the comments. This woman's amazing. And we're going to go back to Ashley Diana and have her finish up. And I love you, Emily. See you later. All right, Ashley.
Hey.
All right, cool.
I'm here.
So,
can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. I can hear you. Give everybody your other tips, and we will go from there.
Okay, cool. Well, I have two kind of things that I wanted to share. If we have time, I can go through them really quickly. Since we've been talking about creating content creation, I wanted to give people, and type yes if you want to hear this, is really just a really simple outline. Because I know Emily inspires me, Eric inspires me, and I'm like, yes, let's do this. But for me, and I know a lot of people that I talk to, it's like, what's an actual plan? Like, how are we going to show up on Instagram? What are we going to post later today or tomorrow? That kind of thing. So I'm just going to quickly write down a little outline that I've created to help people feel really clear about what you're sharing, since we're going to be in creation mode and not consuming mode. I love that. When people come to your Instagram profile, they don't want to be confused. They want to come to your page. Like when you go to Emily's page, you know exactly what she's about. I believe it says here to make an impact. I believe. So, and it talks about #1 earner in network marketing, these kind of things. So when you come to her page, there is no question about what kind of content you're going to get. The first thing, the photos are very clear. Instagram is a visual platform, so photos are first. The second thing is opening the picture and having value. But like I said, people don't spend, we're like goldfish. We have like the attention span of like a little less than a goldfish. So when people come to your page, real quickly, they don't want to be confused. So in your bio, I want you guys to actually write your why. Think about what your why is. Can you see? Okay, so your why in your bio. Actually write it out.
Like what Fraser Brooks talks about is on a mission too.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, exactly. So, and again, I'm just making up one now just for the sake of it. I wrote, I help women become healthy and wealthy and spend more time with their family. So you kind of know what you're going to get when you go to someone's page and you see this. So your why in your bio. And then I recommend for people to have like your theme. So let's say that you help people live their best life. It's kind of your theme. But actually put that why in your bio so that when people come, they're like, boom, okay, perfect, I get it. So then your why and then your theme. Can I write this real quick or do people get it? Help women. Well, I don't want to spend the time writing it. So your theme is helping people live best life. And again, these are examples. And I recommend with your theme, have a few subcategories. So that way you can still be multi-passionate. I know that many people are very multi-passionate about all the things that you do and your products and your company and all that kind of thing. That's awesome. But pick 3 things that you want to talk about over and over again. That way you have consistency and that way you're always referring back to your why. So for someone who, let's just say a wellness company, and again, the why is I help women become healthy and wealthy and spend more time with their families. So the 3 things that would be recurring themes in your content could be, let's say, family, business, and wellness. So every time you post something, family, business, or wellness, I want you, before you post that, think, who am I speaking to? What kind of value am I providing? And how does it relate to my why? If you do that, people won't be confused when they come to your page. It's going to be clear. I help women, ... Every post that they see, they're going to open it and it's going to go, oh, that makes sense. Open up the next one about business. Oh, well, that makes sense. So if you're going to post something about wellness, talk about how your product or your mission is helping women or helping families to have healthier and more abundant lives, which goes back to your why. That way no one's confused, you're not confused, and you always show up every day knowing what you're going to post. Now, the next thing really quickly is, how are you actually going to post it on social media? So I don't care if you do all your posts in one day and curate the content for 30 days, which you can totally do. And if you want to, is knowing what order you're going to post stuff. So seriously, here is your profile. Here, my marker is kind of getting wonky. Okay, we have 3 now? Okay, here's your profile. You can tell I'm a very visual person. So here's your why in your bio up here. When you know what your why is, here is your breakdown. Can we even see this? Is it?
It's fine. It's fine.
Anyway, you're going to post about family, and then the next day, talk about your business, and then talk about wellness. Maybe throw a meme in there. Memes are really popular and they get good engagement. And then go back to family and then business and the next wellness. So that way you're not overloading yourself, like you're talking too much business or you're talking heavily too much on the products, or maybe you haven't talked about any of that in a while and you're just posting too much personal stuff. So I like to give people that outline and that grid, just so when you are in action and you are inspired, you actually have a little outline to go by. And I actually use this to this day. I have my why, written down, and I have an order about it an order of how I post things so that I make sure I'm not overdoing it in one area. So I hope that was helpful.
And one thing Lydia asked the question, can I use these same themes for Facebook? And I would recommend actually that you repurpose these. They're a slightly different visual format. It's square versus, different visual sizes on Facebook. But the same themes the memes can be repurposed. The themes can be repurposed. You can go. I have a team that helps me with a lot of the social media now, but for 7 years, I did it all myself. All the videos, all the memes, all the curated content, all of that stuff. Now, I really admire the people who have an editorial calendar, and I've attempted to have an editorial calendar many times over the last 10 years. I personally don't have the personality for it. I see something, I post it. I might collect things, like I collect inside of my notes here in my phone. Like I did a post yesterday on if you're exhausted or you're depleted, pour yourself into somebody else. But that was just here from my phone. The one I'm going to post is things don't get easier, you just get better. The problem that used to wipe you out 5 years ago doesn't wipe you out anymore because you're used to it. You're stronger.
Absolutely.
So things don't wait for things to get easier. Just know that over time you're going to get better. So that's going to be my, another live I'm going to do or another theme I'm going to do. And I just collect those. I throw them into my phone. And when I'm in a cool location or I got decent lighting or it's not too windy or I feel like it, I'm going to jump on the boat here in a little bit and we're going to go to SeaWorld or something. And on the way there, I'll probably do the things don't get easier, you just get stronger type of a post. I'll just collect those and collect those and collect those and collect those. And, maybe it's a book that I want to recommend to people. So I'll put the book in there and then, off I'll go. So that's what I did.
I like that.
But there's others that are much more disciplined and structured than me that need a calendar. That really thrive in an editorial calendar. Something in me rebels to that. Rebels against the structure. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
I've tried it. I really have. But so with all of this, what I'm gonna say to everybody is the learning is in the doing. In Instagram, the learning is in the doing. If you want to learn how to do Instagram, follow 20 people that are amazing and do what they do. I remember, it's like on Facebook as an example. I have my Facebook group and I follow probably 20 other major Facebook groups and to see what they're doing. What is Gary Vaynerchuk doing on Facebook and Instagram? And can I learn from that? What is Joel Osteen doing to get the kind of engagement he's getting? And what can I learn from that? What is Zig Ziglar, who's not even alive anymore? His team is doing it with his content. How is he getting the engagement he's getting on social? So pick some people and follow them. And all you got to do is reverse engineer what they're doing. Do what they're doing. You're going to get the results that they're getting. Take their great ideas. I mean, Gary Vaynerchuk is a good example because he's got something like 1,500 employees that are thinking about this all the time. So is he going to be on the cutting edge? Answer is yeah. So if you follow that and just literally reverse engineer what he's doing, you're going to get the success that they're getting. That's the fact. So the learning is in the doing. Just start. When I started on social media, I just picked a date and I started. If you haven't started on Instagram, pick a date and start. Just start. Get something up there and adjust. If you adjust 1% a day, that's 300% a year. You know what I mean? And compound that, it's 900% in the year two. You're going to get really good really fast. Emily started off awful. Ashley Diana started off awful. all before they got great. You have the opportunity to do the same thing. But look, here's the deal. Inside of GoPro Academy, what I want for you is a learning environment where we're going to be bringing you good ideas on a regular basis. And your breakthrough might not happen this week. It might not happen next week. But if you give it enough time, it's going to happen. 52 times a year, plus all the courses we put in, plus all the benefits we're going to give you, you're going to get better and exponentially better than your membership. So that's why we're in the creation business. This moment you're in the what did she call it? The consumption business. You're consuming this, but I need you to turn around as quick as possible and get right back into creation yourselves. That's what I need you to do. Is that's where the learning is going to happen. One more thing, and then we'll wrap it up. If you are getting value inside of GoPro Academy, and if you'd like to get, instead of a monthly billing, if you'd like to just take care of a year, we have a platinum program where you can get a deep discount off of what you're paying right now and get a bunch of amazing perks for being a part of this community. So if you want to save some money, get some extra perks, get some extra benefits, just type the word platinum into the comments below this video. And somebody from our team will reach out to you, let you know the deal. Just so you know, we sweetened the deal yesterday with the team. It's amazing. The team will let you know. The perks and the benefits are going to be making an easy decision for you. So if you want to save a little bit of money, you want to commit for the next 52 weeks, go ahead and do that. Type the word platinum in the comments below, and someone will reach out to you and give you the information. Okay? So that's it for this week. Ashley, Diana, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're amazing. And thanks to my friend Emily Vavra and to Alex and the production guys. Thanks for surviving through our internet challenges here on this island. But we got her done. Everybody have a great day. I love you, and we'll see you soon. Take care. See you next week.